that is happening in May, 24th and 25th,
Okay.
to create a platform where women's leadership is not just celebrated but actively advanced on a regional level. Yeah.
We were talking off air before we went on air. Of course, we were talking about Emylia. You said that you asked me, will you ever see a woman prime minister in Malaysia? I'm saying I'm up for it. Yeah, I have no issues with it. It's just it's something new. So I'm quite optimistic about something new. Yeah, I'm always thinking on the bright side. So yeah, how about you? How would you feel if you have a woman prime minister?
Yeah, I would be fully supportive of it. I mean, it's not normal because we have had in a role we have Jacinda Ardern, who was the New Zealand Prime Minister.
Yeah.
Now we have in Thailand we have a lady Prime Minister. Thang Thon, that's what if I call her name correctly.
Yeah.
So it's
Hey,
not
Thang Tan, yeah.
it's
Okay.
not it's not impossible.
Yes.
But it's definitely something that it'll be a breath of fresh air. Of course, if this individual is fully capable of changing or improving the native life of Malaysian.
Now, back to being the CEO of Women Leadership Foundation. How has the role of women in leadership evolved since you started your career?
Well, there has been a significant shift, I must say, from women fighting for a seat at the table for actively shaping policies and driving economic growth. Today, we see more women in C-suite's role, entrepreneurship and policy making. However, challenges remain, especially in ensuring that opportunities are accessible to all women. Because we're still fighting for that, right? It's whether you want to say it, sure, it's accessible, but the norm is you have to fight for it. Yeah.
Just like everybody else, obviously.
Yes.
Yeah, everybody has to fight for something which they love to do and
Yes.
achieve.
I agree.
Every challenges. But what initiatives or policies have you implemented to support women in your organization?
Sure. At Women Leadership Foundation, we have developed programs to train, mentor, and sponsor women to rise into leadership role. So what I mean by this, one of the key initiatives that we have is Leadership Accelerated Mentoring Program, which has successfully helped women transition into C-suite and board-level positions. So what we do, we are going to apply the same principles that we have at the core of our upcoming summit, our West 2025, where we'll be fostering regional collaborations at regional level to ensure that organizations across ASEAN building strong pipelines of women leaders. So this is more enforcing of what we are doing as a foundation to help more women being in the position that they in decision-making position. Yeah.
So that's good that you have these kinds of initiatives to actually help out. How about the numbers? Has it grown throughout the years?
For sure. To date, we have trained about 1,046 leaders. Trained means they have gone through our program. We've started since 2021. And they have spent over 3,000 mentoring hours with our mentors. So
Wow.
we have mentors who spend time one-to-one with these individuals to help them elevate to where they are, where they can be the best that they can.
I'm interested to know as well, how do you even screen these mentors and screen the mentees as well to join this particular initiative?
So what we do, first, the mentors. The mentors are not, I would say, it's the who's who in the industry. They are actually active in the industry. So the top 3 mentees that we have is Tan Sri Wahid Omar, Tan Sri Reza, even Datuk Ni Amnizan, Co-op CEO. And this is coupled with our founders, Datuk Hafsah, Datuk Hazimah, and Datuk Jun. They are all key players in the industry. So we have over 30 mentors in our board. But at the same time, how we get mentees to come in is through application. So per cohort, we only have 25. We do not choose, we do not bring on anyone and everyone. It has to be a chemistry match. So they have to choose 3 mentors that they want to be mentored. And the mentors also have to choose them whether they can mentor them, because it has to be for the same purpose.
Yeah.
If I were to choose, let's say, Tan Sri Abdul Wahid Omar to be my mentor, he's the Bursa chairman, and I am running a foundation. how would it be impactful for him or for me to be mentored by him, and for him to coach me as a person who is leading a foundation. Because Tan Sri Wahid Omar is also a chairman for my yayasan SDG, so that might be something that will be helpful for me, right? So it has to be a chemistry match, not only based on a person character, but also based on your purpose. What do you want to do in your current role?
I see. And the slots are very limited as well.
Yes,
Very
very.
limited.
We only have maximum 2 or 3 cohorts per year. So that means per year we can only produce 75 new mentees, and some of the mentees who are actually done exceptionally well, they are then are being invited to be at the mentor seat because to give back. Yeah.
So that's great. We are talking to Emylia Liyana Anwar. She's the Chief Executive Officer of Women Leadership Foundation. We're talking about International Women's Day and how women are changing the global landscape as well, particularly here in Malaysia. So if you want to join the conversation, please do so. We are currently live on Facebook. That's TRAXXfm OFFICIAL. Just want to say a quick hello to Macy. Jenny says good morning, and Otto and Emylia. We have Christina Chin says hello, good morning, Otto and Emylia. Liana Anwar. We have Abdul Malik Rahman says good morning as well. So if you have any questions, please leave a comment in the comment section over there, or once again give us a call at 0322825491 or 0322824746. Now we're going for a very short break, but here's this song. It is dedicated to our guest here today. She loves Adele, so this one, Rolling in the Deep, for you right here on Tracks. We'll be right back. Adele, Rolling in the Deep, bringing the time to 27 minutes past 11. It's Otto here with you on Tracks Momentum with the interview feature of the day. We are also currently live on Facebook at TRAXXfm Official. Head over there right now and join the conversation live on our social media platforms. Or just give us a call at 03-2282-5491 or 03-2282-4746. Once again, thank you so much for coming to the studio, Emylia.
Thank you.
All right, so we're talking about International Women's Day, and we have the Chief Executive Officer of Women Leadership Foundation. And previously, we were talking about the things, the opportunities that they have, the initiatives that they have gone through, and of course, the mentor and mentee initiative that has been going on for a couple of years already, and the selection process as well, and how women are actually growing into the power position levels as well. Now, moving on to the next question that we have, the challenges or biggest challenges women in leadership still face today, what it is?
I think you know the answer. Despite the progress, the unconscious bias, the unequal access to opportunities, and the lack of sponsorship. The sponsorship here means the recommendation from people from your network, although you're good, right? It still hinders women's leadership journeys. So this is what I feel, and many women are also balancing societal expectations while navigating competitive corporate environments. So that also means that the challenges here is not you alone. Sometimes you are capable, you can do this. However, what you also need an access to be given that opportunity. Sometimes a person just need a stepping stone, right? To be given that, hey, I think you can do this role. Maybe you want to try it on. But these are also two different things, right? Sometimes the same position is being offered to a guy, to a male colleague. Sure, I'll take it without a doubt, right? And we will figure it out later. But for women, I think most of us will feel, I need to be credible. I need to know that I can do the job before I accept the job.
Self-questioning yourself.
Yes.
That's
so I think that is the most important part for women. The confidence needs to be there. If someone recognizes you to be championing that role, that means they are aware of what you can do.
Hence why the mentorship program.
Exactly.
It gives you some terms of support, also in terms of confidence. They help you out.
Definitely confidence.
And very detailed as well.
Yes.
Detailed information on how you should handle a certain situation.
Definitely.
What about the strategies that could help actually balance personal and also professional life? How do you even juggle that?
For me, personally, I believe in the power of delegation. Not only that, setting boundaries, and also having a strong support system, not at only office, but also at home, right? I wouldn't be able to be here today without the support of my husband, even my unwell mom, who is currently recovering from surgery.
I'm sorry to hear that. Okay.
No problem.
Hopefully all goes well to mommy.
Thank you.
Okay.
But it is also important to prioritize self-care at the end of the day, because without my well-being, my mindfulness, my well-being, the people around me wouldn't be able to support me. You need a strong support system.
Yeah.
But in order to be supported, you need to support yourself first.
Yeah.
Right? So because when we lead from a place of balance, we lead better. Yeah, that's how I feel.
Within the span of 24 hours, everybody has 24 hours in a day. No matter if you're a CEO or even those blue collar or white collar, everybody has 24 hours. So how do you prioritize, or probably on a daily basis, or maybe just in a day? How do you prioritize your 24 hours?
Typically, not ideally.
Okay.
Typically, I would do 60% work, 20% family, and another 20% my religious belief, which it's not something I'm proud of. I think the ideal breakdown should be, I would say 40% work, 20% religious belief, 30% family, and another 10% the line. But it's something that I'm striving to make that the equation balance a bit more. But it's not something that I can wake up today, hey, I want today this thing to be 40%, this thing. So it really goes over time. And especially now, I'm with a 10-month-old baby, that has shifted a lot in terms of priorities, and as well as at work. Coming back to work, that's when I said the power of delegation. I learned to delegate more, learn to let go of things that I believe my team can do.
Yeah.
Because when I was away for maternity leave, I took an extra month, so 4 months, and I literally let just them do it. And I'm so proud of my team that I came back, everything is intact. So again, before this, I'm a new CEO, right? This role is my new role as a CEO. So I was trying to hold everything back and trying to manage everything.
Yeah.
But letting go and let God has helped me a lot. And also in trusting, empowering other team members to help you.
Like trust is very important in a team effort as well, like
That's
what you
right.
said. Also, when it comes to managing your time, as you said, you're always shifting percentages.
Yes.
From 40% work, the rest would be religious affairs, could be personal affairs, and probably development as well. That's depending on how capable you are. Hence why the initiative is there. The programs that you have centered towards mentor and mentee.
That's right.
And having a support system and having them to trust. So a lot of things that you learn throughout the programs within the Women's Leadership Foundation.
100%.
100%. Now, how can you actually encourage more women to take executive roles in this? Now that we've tackled already, all right, so you as a personal CEO, a new one, juggling everything, you place trust on your subordinates,
Yep.
and then you encourage yourself to shift from percentages. What else that can you tell us more when it comes to encouraging women to take on more leadership roles?
What I've learned throughout being with the foundation over 3 years, we need to actively sponsor women, not just mentor them. Sponsor means encourage them, recognize them, introduce them to your network. So that's what I am being offered. So I am considered lucky because I know all these mentors personally because of work, and because of that, I've watched them how they mentor other mentees. So one thing that really strikes me as the encouragement and the introduction that they have made to that particular individual. So that because it creates a pathway for these women to open up themselves to be better at what they are doing. So basically highlighting the best practices from global and regional leaders is also helpful of what we can do and work away through actionable strategies with the mentor that you are being mentored with. So that is what I think how I would encourage women. But personally, as the women themselves, they need to be very confident. Stop self-sabotaging themselves. They need to stop self-sabotaging, but they also need to try to trust themselves.
Yes.
Yes.
And
more.
trust others as well.
Yes, correct.
Trust your own judgment as well.
That's right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So yeah, thank you very much. We're talking to Emylia Liyana Anwar, the Chief Executive Officer from the Women Leadership Foundation. We're talking about International Women's Day and how women can take up executive roles and leadership roles in the years to come and advance even more. So yeah, if you want to join the conversation, we're currently live on Facebook, and also if you want to give us a call, it's 03-2282-5491 or 03-2282-4746. Couple more minutes before this whole interview ends, so get to it. Give us a call. For now, White Town with a song called Your Woman, right here on Tracks. minutes past 11. It's Otto here, coming to you live from Makassar, Kuala Lumpur, with our guest here today. We have Emylia, Liyana, Anwar, as promised on our IG account, the Chief Executive Officer of the Women Leadership Foundation, and we're talking about International Women's Day. Now, backtrack a bit, we were talking about how to manage a women's lifestyle, especially in leadership roles, talking about the initiatives that has been set in place as well, and how you can manage yourself with the support system that has already been developed throughout the years. And we're seeing a number of women in leadership roles increasing as well, thanks to your foundation as well. Thank you so much for doing what you're doing. So who are the women who actually inspired you the most in your career?
It's very tough. I mean, of course, definitely it's my mom. But you know, I've always been deeply inspired by women who challenge the norms, redefine industries, and use their influence for a greater impact. One of the person that really strike the most, again, coming back to my mom, it doesn't have to be industry at work, right? Challenge the norm, meaning, you know, you do things the way you should not supposed to do, but if at the end of the day, if you get from point A to point B, no matter how you do it, you get it there ethically. That should be it, because you want the same result at the end of the day. Whether it's a global change makers or ASEAN on the powerhouse women, their stories remind me that leadership is all about resilience, innovation, and purpose. So this is something that I think, as a person who always inspire, I have a lot of women who inspires me. I take their best learnings to be applied to my daily lives. One of the person that strikes me the most has always been Michelle Obama, as how she have actually balanced not only being, I wouldn't say the one who's supporting behind Barack Obama, but she walked equally beside him, supporting him in what he does. At the same time, she have her own agenda where she helped, you know, kids, the underserved kids. That's where I feel that it's very, very noble. Yeah.
Well, support is the magic word over here, as opposed to helping and being the second in command, or it's always like the first lady, right? It's the first lady and the prime minister and all that. It's not about being the second person, but more towards the support. So words need to have new meaning as well. What's your advice to give young women inspiring to be a CEO?
Definitely believe in your capabilities. I talk about a lot about confidence. I do not have that confidence when I was younger. I believe I wish I wish I did, but it came to me over time. Most importantly, once you have that confidence, you have that capabilities, you have to build your network. That network has to be very strong. And you know, there's always a lot of saying you are the 10 people that you hang out with. That is absolutely true. I've experienced it myself. And never be afraid to take up space. Find mentors who will champion your growth. Definitely, for sure, be it your father, be it anyone that you aspire to be in the industry. And most importantly, remember that leadership is a journey. It's a continuous learning. This is why we are hosting the ASEAN Women Economic Summit this year, to give aspiring women leaders access to top-tier mentorships, insights, and opportunities to shape their future. We have really good mentors and speakers lined up during that session.
That's great over there. Just want to say a quick hello to those currently live on Facebook. I just want to say hello to Raifi Lee for saying good morning to you. So thank you so much for all your comments and as well as wishes throughout this whole entire interview. And of course, we're talking about International Women's Day. We have here today Emylia Liyana Anwar, Chief Executive Officer from Women Leadership Foundation, talking about women leadership. Now, before we let you go, I'd just like to ask and inquire from your own perspective as well. Do you think that women have, I do believe that men or women, all right, they still have issues of trust and self-confidence as well. But the only difference is that women express it even more as opposed to guys. Yeah. So I think that having this kind of initiatives that you have, the programs that you have, it helps out that situation as well.
Oh, just to let you know, our program is not only for women.
Oh, awesome.
Yes. So we have 80% quota for women and 20% for male. So just before the break, when we talk about I believe women and men is not about going against each other. It's coexisting.
Coexisting, yes.
Yes. So that's why the way our R&D team have put the program together is to ensure that male is also in the equation of our program. Yes.
So both will benefit from this
Yes,
whole initiative.
yes.
Now, before we let you go, seems that time is constrained. What's your message you would like to share with women around the world on International Women's Day?
Your ideas, your voice, your ideas, and leadership matter. Whether it's at home or at work, the world needs more women at the decision-making table. So, and it's time for us to step forward boldly and unapologetically. If you are looking for a platform to help yourself navigate in that decision-making position, find us at Women Leadership Foundation.
That's where you need to go. All right. So thank you very much to our guests here today, Emylia Liyana Anwar, Chief Executive Officer from Women Leadership Foundation. Once again, it's been a pleasure having you in the
Thank you so
studio.
much.
And for those who are live right now on Facebook, thank you so much for all the messages and goodwill wishes as well. We have the news at the top of the hour, and then we'll be back after with more stories as well to share with you. But first up, here's Macy Gray, the song called I Try, right here on Tracks. Good morning, Malaysia.